Hello. Today we're talking about automation, Mr. Roboto, that kind of thing. Yep. I listened to Joe Rogan interviewing Elon Musk this morning. Very interesting. You know Elon Musk, right? He's got money, but he seemed very, I don't know, super intelligent, I guess. So let's go find my friend Bo. He's in here somewhere. Nice round of applause for my friend Bo. Where is he? Where the heck is he? There he. Hi.
Hey, buddy. Good day.
You are.
There I am. There you are.
Did you see the big bad wolf was out last night here in the Minneapolis, Iowa area? I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down.
There was a lot of that coming into my insurance agents this morning, wondering what was I going to be walking into for claims and things like that. And so far, a little mild on that department, thankfully.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We didn't have much, so it was all a big scare, wasn't it?
It's all a big scare. Yeah. Well, there was parts of it, so I have family in Iowa, and Iowa was a bit more intense.
Yep.
And, when they have tornado sirens going off and all those things, so we didn't have to deal with that here, thankfully, but it's all good. It's all good. Crazy weather pattern, 50 some degrees yesterday here in Hutch. My parents live down in Des Moines along with the rest of my family for the most part. It was 74 degrees there yesterday. And then all of a sudden a cold front behind it. Like, that there's going to be a problem when you have that kind of weather,
Yeah. So, whenever it gets hot and cold, suddenly the wind's going to blow.
Is not usually very good.
So we got to plug in everything, make sure everything's charged up.
That's right. Did I hear you say you watched a little interview? How'd that go?
It was interesting because Elon Musk is an interesting character. We've got a friend that went to the same school here in Fridley, and we used to vacation in Jamaica and stuff together. And he's really, really smart, but he doesn't have much common sense kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was the guy that designed one of the first microchips.
Oh, wow. Okay. Smart.
Was it Cyrex Systems? Something like that. Yeah, very, very smart that way. But that's how Elon was. But what they were talking about was pretty interesting, is this new thing where they're just going to drill a hole in your skull and put this little plug in there, and it gives you access to stuff.
So what?
People that might be paralyzed will then be able to move, and people that are blind will then be able to see by hooking things up to this, and then somehow with Bluetooth technology and all that. It's amazing. And you think about it.
Yeah.
It's that right now we're communicating through my voice goes into this computer. It goes through the internet somehow.
Yeah.
And it transfers that sound into your computer, into your ears.
It's amazing.
So what's going to happen is eventually we're going to get rid of the sound waves, and it will be my thought. So if I say, I'm going to go to the store, and I'm thinking about the corner drugstore that's down on Mississippi and Central.
Okay.
We'll know that. I don't have to explain it to you because I'm thinking that.
Okay.
Isn't that weird?
I'm just going to say pump the brakes just a little bit. A little bit of that might scare me. A little technology, right?
Totally. And, technology is fascinating to me. The idea of all this information could be on this Wi-Fi thing. So if we're in the same room, everybody's got their phones hooked up to the same tower.
Yeah.
And all that data is pouring through with everybody's individual personal information. And
it's Minority Report, buddy. It scares me. It's real.
And if you can tap into it, it's go to an AGC event and you can see everybody. You already know what they're all thinking and stuff. I'm just going to go over to the guy with the big bank account.
Yeah. Right on. There you go. Yeah.
Anyways,
this guy, he's got debt. Stay away from this guy.
Yeah. The topic that I was talking about is the concept of automation saving time. And I know
automation.
People, they go overboard, including myself, because you got to make it so it has that personal touch to it. If you automate it too much and it's so robotic, it's like, oh, here comes that newsletter. It comes every day at 9:00 on Wednesdays.
Yep.
It's old, and there's no personal stuff to it. I was going to talk with Travis about that because some of those, I don't know if he's using automation, but some of those things that go on the groups, it's like
Facebook groups,
Referral Wednesday and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. The reaction to it has gone down a little bit because I think people are getting used to it. It's like, you know what? Nothing happens here.
There's something to say about consistency, right? So Wednesdays are a certain thing, Tuesdays are a certain thing, but there's also something to say about changing it up so that it catches you off guard. Like you have a reason to respond. I'm a huge fan of automation. I'm a huge fan of things that can make, if this, then that, things that make processes smooth and consistent. Although in the sales world, I think automation without personalization can be a real struggle, or automation in error. So, I've received things that were the automation, the coding was off, and it creates something that was supposed to be a great experience, right? Or to keep you top of mind, ends up being a negative thing. So you have to be cautious with it. But automation is a very important thing. I know in the insurance world, insurance, real estate, there's a lot of different industries right now that the more that you can automate to save you that time, there's entire companies now built on that whole process of let me automate. For example, we were going to have a storm yesterday, right? Or last night. To be able to automate on your platform a text notification to everybody, hey, watch the skies or whatever, is a good tool to have. But there's so many rules about what you can and cannot do. Kind of like spam email. I can't send a broadcast email to everybody. Can't do it. I have to go through a very specific process to be compliant so that everything's recorded in my world, which is good. It protects the brand. It protects the industry.
It's sometimes good, but it's sometimes not.
Yeah, there's times I'm like, no, let me go. Let me go.
That's what I think is interesting about the Elon Musk kind of stuff about robotics and all that you're losing the human factor.
Mm-hmm.
And like if for some reason there was all these regulations in the industry that I was in that wouldn't let me do certain things, and I lost my phone. All I got is my computer, and the only thing that's working is email. And I need to tell you that a tornado is coming over to your house. I can't because it's against regulations.
Yeah. And in our world, it is crazy. So, for example, if I decided to find this, use a system, an internal system, an outside system, to say, okay, I'm going to give you a heads up, or perhaps it's a past due follow up, right? If you're not consistent in your agency, you're opening yourself up to a potential challenge, because why did you give me a notification here, but you didn't here? Why did you give it to this person, not me? And I'm the one that had the claim, and you could have reminded me. Like, it opens you up to a problem. So a lot of agents just say, forget it, I'm staying out of it. Or it's too complicated, right? And when you make automation complex, you've taken away the goal. I want to make it simple. Well, you make it complex. Yeah, it's cool if it can run automatically, but if I have to do this to make it go, I'm out.
Well, a perfect example is our little platform, Mailbox Power.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, disclaimer, in case I make money off you, if you decide to join this, that's my affiliate link. Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I think is ridiculous too, that you have to let people know that you're going to make some money.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but
I think you're right. You said it in the past that, being able to get paid and multiple streams of income kind of thing is going to be very normal, or the newest normal, because every business out there since the beginning of time knows that word of mouth is the best form of advertising. It's just that in the last decade, 2 decades, whatever it is, they finally realized I might want to incentivize or reward that behavior of somebody broadcasting this for me, right? And without being a big influencer, the fact that I can share a link, the fact that you can share a link, and if it's a tool for somebody that they find success with, that you get paid a little bit as a reward for sharing, what is wrong with that?
I'm still bamboozled by why some larger corporations are not doing that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That a person can earn a few bucks when they say, hey, you should go down to Hy-Vee. They've got eggs on sale.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't I get 16 cents? You know?
Well, like I look at the insurance world, right? So we can have a referral program. What we can't do is make that a condition of somebody buying. So if you send somebody my way, just a quote, I can provide an incentive to them. I could even reward you for that matter, right? But I can't make that reward a condition of them buying with me. It's just the opportunity. Okay, that's fair. In the industry, that's compliant. That's good. But yet, if somebody sends me somebody every month, I cannot reward them financially every month. There is a cap of how much I can give them in that kind of for the reward. So then it's hard to make a system or a program that is consistent, because if somebody sends somebody to me and I say, hey, here's a $10 gift card for thank you for that. And the next one, here's a $10. Oh, we've now hit my cap, $25 a person for the year or whatever. I can't give you anything more, but thanks for the referrals.
Do you know why they put that kind of guideline or?
Yeah, in our world, I mean, it's to avoid quote unquote rebating, that you're not giving money back. And I get that in our industry and other industries, like there's very, very, very specific rules to keep that clean. But at the same time, there's other industries that can do whatever they want, and they can reward people like crazy. There's people, buying Vikings tickets, and here you go. Thanks for your business. Or, hey, I'm going to pay for a $100 round of golf. And here we go. There's a lot of things you can do. It's just a matter of, nobody should put themselves in a position to lose their.
I can understand why when they start, when you do this affiliate marketing thing, why are we promoting Mailbox Power? What if it's really a crummy program and it's really not worth it, and we're promoting it because we're going to get paid? Then I can see it that you're doing that. But the reality is then your credibility goes down.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's one of those slippery slopes. Here is our friend Cindy Lee. She pushed out my affiliate link, so that's awfully non-selfish of her.
It is. Well, she is non-selfish. She rocks.
She's a Mailbox Power user.
Yeah, she's a fellow user. The thing is that we all get it. Like, this tool, not only does it help us in our own businesses, but it is a great tool for other business people that we know. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to help them, find a solution to, one, automate, and to say thank you, to show appreciation, genuine appreciation with some personalization. So it check marks about every box for me. So I gave an example. I made a switch in the whole healthcare world. January 1, things are going to change for me on what I'm spending and the what access I have. But the person that was introduced to me by Mr. Dustin Speed, for that matter, a fellow AGC member, also a user of this system, referred me to this guy, right? And
plugged AGC.
AGC, there you go. Accelerated Global Connections. And so I sent a thank you, not because I want to pitch it to him, not because I want him to sell it to him. Is it a great tool for him as he's saying thank you to people that use him? Yeah, but that wasn't the whole point. The point was to say thank you. And so I followed up with him on a few different occasions, and it went to a mailbox that he just doesn't check, like, ever. He finally did, and he was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. How did you do this? Like, is this a system that you mentioned and somebody else mentioned? Yeah. I use it for everything. It works. And it was easy. It didn't take me a lot of time. And just blown away. So I love introducing business owners to a tool that's going to help them. I mentioned it. Go ahead.
About online software is the power behind it is it's not evident. Like when you first introduced it to me, I thought, oh, this is one of those things. It was, I didn't know what was behind it. Whereas when you go to a hardware store and get a hammer, there's different kinds of hammers, but you know what it does. You got it.
Right.
But when it gets into all that, because people don't understand that within this program, there is the list builder. If you don't have leads, you can buy them. And you can do it geographically and all the other demographics of male, female, age, and all that kind of stuff, income. Yeah. And that's just the list builder. And then there's the automation element of it, of being able to schedule things that go out on someone's birthday, their half birthday, scheduling their anniversary, or however you want to do it.
Yep.
You can do the moon phases for all that matter.
Sure.
And then you can do the print merge element, where you can put their name on their coffee mug, like you did with my name, Magic Brad. That was merged in there because you could have, well, maybe it wasn't, but it could have been. You could send out 100 mugs to 100 different people with different names.
You can, using merge fields, yeah.
And the custom merge fields where you can put their kids in there if you want.
Yep.
It says, hey, Steve, how's Joni and Pat?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing what can be done with it. And what's the cost? $49 a month?
Yeah. That's your subscription to have access to a full system with discounts on products. So yeah, For me, for $49 a month and all the marketing spend I have, it's one of the least expensive things that I have, but yet one of the most powerful. So,
Cindy Lee chimed in again. She's got a long one. A fun Top Gun theme party at my house last week. 24 people attended. Now to send out 24 thank you cards. There you go. All automated instead of sending 24 separate cards. I can
exactly
do mail merge featuring 2 minutes
versus 45.
45.
She's right. She's
Totally.
right. 2 minutes versus 45. So it's still going to be personalized. It's still going to be a one-of-a-kind item that those people are going to receive as a thank you. But it didn't take a substantial amount of time, and there's automation within there. Didn't have to go to the post office. Didn't have to stuff anything. All of it, just anything that can save you time, energy, and money is a good thing, right?
That hence the automation saves time.
Look at you. I didn't even know. I forgot about that part. And what do systems do? What do proper systems do? Save yourself time, energy, and money. That's a system. That's exactly what the magicmarketingtool.com is. It's a system. It's a platform.
Yeah, it works. I mean, when I want to send something, if all of a sudden I forgot, I just go into one of my saved projects and then I put it in the shopping cart and then I find the recipient and I do it on my phone, sitting on my couch with my coffee, watching the sun.
We use the system to send Christmas cards for the family, right? Hopefully you got yours. And it was really easy. And then when we get a card in the mail now from somebody else that we may not have remembered to send one to originally, now I've got the return address and I just add them in and I add it to the cart and it's done. Like I'm doing a follow-up real quick. For those of you that haven't done cards yet, right? Maybe Christmas cards. It's not too late to send a Happy New Year. There's never a bad
Happy
time
holidays.
to say something
Happy
like
holidays.
What's that?
I said happy holidays because you got everything from Halloween to Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's some clever pre-done things in this system, right? Now, I was just talking to some people this morning. I was at a networking group this morning, networking meeting, and we were talking about, all the things that you can do to stay in touch with people, right? And a card, a postcard, there's a lot of different ways to do it. But not doing something is probably not the best choice. Staying in touch, staying top of mind is really, really good. So,
Cindy Lee is asking if we're free tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time.
I'll have to look. I'll pull my calendar up. I may be. Cindy, appreciate the invite. I'll let you know. Marking it down.
Tomorrow being Friday, I am. So if you want to schedule that, we could all get together and have a mailbox powwow.
A mailbox powwow. I like it. Yeah. What else are we going to talk about today?
Well, that was about it.
Really?
Pretty much, unless you got a topic you'd like to talk about. I'm working on some other things in my head because I'm just fascinated by the internet still, and I just feel that there's something missing that I can find the key to. Okay. Like I've been doing the TikTok thing, but you get a lot of weirdos on there because part of it because it's free.
Yeah.
And you get 12-year-old kids doing little games. Knock knock. Who's there?
Yeah.
All that stuff. But I do get to talk with somebody and interact with them, and I think that's really cool. I don't want to knock on people's doors. I can go to some networking events. Oh, the AGC event. Jason Jones is going to be the MC at the next Minneapolis one.
Yeah.
In January. And I'm going to do some walk around strolling magic.
Are you awesome? Jason's going to do the MC. Okay. Jason's awesome. So that's good. I've got to make it. I've been absent for a bit.
Well, you got ways to drive. So I totally understand.
Yeah. Yeah. But every time I go, right. And I've never gone reluctantly other than my first visit. And then that turned into me joining and being a sponsor and all that jazz. But every time I go, I'm really glad that I did. And so it's just a matter of for me, I have to leave work early or take part of the day off to get there by 5 because it is a drive. But it's just a bad excuse. Like I do things. So we'll see.
Oh, you could probably drive in a little bit late if you're not on the
I could
like that.
I could. You're right. Yeah, I think one thing that the tool that we have that we use is really just it's about gratitude, and and showing gratitude in a unique way. And whether you're recognizing somebody's birthday, happy birthday, whether you're recognizing National Brownie Day, it doesn't really matter. It's pulling people out of the funk of their day, right? We were talking about the pandemic, right? 2020 was rough on a lot of people. And the majority of people I know, 2021 was even worse, right? I mean, there was just different things that happened, or maybe it was a continuation of things. So it was a challenging year. I'm ready for it to be over myself. So let's hope it's not year 3. But one of the things that I absolutely have to do in 2022 is if I'm starting to get self-absorbed, if I'm starting to get kind of negative, if I'm starting to get in my own way, to use a tool like this to just jump in and send somebody something nice. And might even be a video. Like, it doesn't have to be using this tool, but do something to get out of your own way to make somebody's day.
Yeah,
right?
you can do a QR code that goes to a video that you can send it to them and say, hey, how's it going? It's a beautiful day. But what I was thinking when you're saying that you're kind of down, you're going to use the system, I thought, what are you going to do? You're going to send yourself some brownies?
Well, that's, you always have to have a tester,
Hey, go cheer up.
Cheer up. The funny thing is,
such a pussy.
If either one of us did that, though, honestly, how funny would it be when it finally shows up in the mail? Like, you know what? You really needed this today. That's great stuff. Yeah. So anyways, I think it's important in the world we're in. We just have to get out of our own way. We have to realize that just everybody's got little challenges in life. And if you can help lift them out of it, whether it be with a quick call, a quick text, a video message, a card, a brownie, whatever it is.
My friend Dave does that once in a while. He gives me a call. I give him a call because he's way afraid of COVID.
Okay.
And so he doesn't go out. So you got to make a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cindy Lee, she says, how far are you from Oshkosh, Wisconsin? In July, she's going to be there.
You're closer to me, but that's a huge show. That'd be awesome to go to.
Yeah. Oshkosh.
I don't know where Oshkosh is.
I don't know exactly, but it's east of here.
Hey, Brad, if she gets that close, I think that we probably got to find a way there, don't we?
That's a possibility.
Yeah, buddy. All right. So next week, Thursday is not a holiday, so we should absolutely be chatting again, right?
I'm down.
I'm down. Who knows where it'll take us?
I've got a couple other things that are happening. I've got the Tuesday thing I'm doing with my friend Brian. We talk about technology.
Yes.
And then I've got another guy I connected with that's also doing affiliate marketing, and he's down in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay.
And we're going to be doing a little thing on Tuesdays at noon.
Did I see something on the Synergy Collaborative for like 444?
What I'm doing on that's on Mondays.
Okay.
A Monday mastermind. I'm doing it right here by my house there's a little bar restaurant. So I'm just going to go there at 4:44 on Mondays and hang out. If anybody else wants to show up, they can.
Is this an every Monday? Is that the plan?
It is until I get tired of hanging out there because nobody else is showing up. Or
I need to carve it out.
Yeah.
I need to carve it out. I need to get out of here early on a Monday one day.
I'm going to do it on Mondays, and we're just going to sit around and noodle stuff in real life.
Okay. What about the old Mailbox Power cruise? Are you interested?
The what?
There's a cruise.
Oh, a real cruise? Like on a big
real cruise. Boat? Oh, yeah, real cruise. It's in April.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I did one of those things, and I paid my deposit, and then I never went.
Ooh, that's not ideal.
No.
Yeah, for me, if it wasn't my 20th anniversary, my wife and I are going on a trip. If it wasn't for that happening in mid-March, which is a little close, this would be an automatic. I'm still considering it. I don't know for a fact if I can make it happen because it's just too close to the other trip, but we'll see. It'll be a great experience for those that decide to go.
Never say never. I've never been on a big boat. I mean, a really big boat.
Me neither.
Who knows?
All right.
But, I'm not a big fan of being out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. Well, I suppose we're at almost 25 minutes, but in the end, the truth is automation saves time, but you got to do it right.
Yeah, you still need to keep that person. Like an example is my birthdays are about to launch, for 2022.
Yeah.
And I don't want them getting the same thing they got last year. I mean, they probably won't even remember, but
you got to fix that. Just a quick plug for the old Mailbox Power system and the kind of CRM, if you will. So, for example, Brad, if I just met you and I want to get you added to my birthday campaign, right? Or some type, it was a nice to meet you, right? So when you go into the system, you add that person's name and address. That's one way. You can send them a link. They add themselves, which is even cooler and completely automated. But let's just say I did the labor here, and I entered you in. And before I save you as a contact, I can literally check mark a box for an automation that's already been created for nice to meet you. Check mark the box. When I hit save, within a short amount of time, that order is already getting started to send you a card, a package, whatever was pre-done to say nice to meet you. There wasn't a lot of work. So that's the hardest way to do it, which isn't even hard. Easiest way is you send this person a link, a unique link that they enter their own information, and they in essence have sent themselves the card and the package, which is brilliant. So either way works. Or like in my case, I have a website where somebody can land, and it's birthdaybybo.com. You go there, you can enroll yourself and pick your type of birthday you want. And you're going to receive something, which is cool. All of it's using that unique automation, adding somebody to a group. It's just incredibly powerful. So, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I do too. I told you I sent out that to part of my list, the Rudolph card.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't got any back yet, so all my addresses must be current.
Which is good.
For sure.
Yeah. With the red dot, right?
Yes.
I love it.
It's got a red dot on there, and it says Rudolph in a snowstorm.
You make me giggle. I like it.
You gotta do stuff weird.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to put you in the green room for those digital hors d'oeuvres.
All right, buddy. See ya.
That's the story, Morning Glory. So here it is. Mailboxpower.com/magicbrad is my personal link to Mailbox Power. And if you want to get on my list and learn more about it, I call it the magic marketing tool. You can go in there and put in your name and phone number. And I also want to call out Bull at betterappreciation.com. And then another one of my members of the collaborative is Las Vegas Tonight Inc. Inc.com. They do casino games. And then Popped Corn. Sue has a store in Minnetonka and Dinkytown and does custom-made popcorn tins and treats and things of that sort. So that's the story, Morning Glory. So that's all I got for now. Peace, love, and happiness. This is Magic Brad signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good, be kind, be nice, be safe. See ya.